Hey Patrick, Jared here. I hope you're well in spite of the corona chaos that has descended upon us. I do apologize for not getting to your resume in a timely fashion. I sort of pride myself on quick communication, and with all of the chaos that's been happening at the university, with K-12 being canceled, and we had some illness, non-corona related in our house, I do apologize for that. And so I hope that I'm not too late. But I did want to just offer you a little bit of feedback and encouragement regarding your resume. Keep in mind, I'm no expert at this. I see a good number of these in any given year, but everything that I'm saying to you is really ultimately just my opinion and my perspective, and my taste is one of many. So ultimately, you're the one, to decide what you will do and won't do moving forward. So I think, as I take a look at this overall, one thing that kind of jumps out at me is the formatting in terms of we have a really packed page here, and then just a little bit of like hangover on this page, and then another page here. And maybe that's just the way that the PDF shows itself to me. But what I would encourage you to do is to condense it into 2 pages, and so really ultimately kind of move this third page up to join what's here, and make sure this Watertown Children's Theater, that new heading goes down to the next page, so that as somebody's flipping it over or they're scrolling through it, they're able to see at the top the next experience. I really, really like the LinkedIn profile. I mean, I haven't checked it out. I don't know if it'll take me to it right now. It's going to make me do a security check. The thing I would question about this, I have to roll the ball. Okay. The one concern that I have about this, okay, it looks like I'm able to pull it up really without logging in or doing anything like that. So this is wonderful. This is a picture of you there. I don't know, what are you holding? Just a Red Bull, right? A little bit of information about you. I really like the idea of tying social media or social accounts into this. Oh shoot, now I lost your resume. I've got to find it again here. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I lost your email when I was going through that. Here's what I was going to say though, Patrick. I really like the connection to social media. Just make sure that it's seamless. It wasn't too much work for me to get to LinkedIn. And then make sure that you have updated whatever you're linking to reflect you currently, right? And so make sure that that is structured and organized and everything's spelled correctly, because anything you link to is going to be a reflection of yourself. So if there are other social media things that you could encourage them to connect to. I mean, if you have a Twitter account as an educator, so they can go back and they can see some of the things you've tweeted and experiences you've had, or things that you've retweeted, or people that you follow, or any other types of things. I think that's helpful, especially in the 21st century. It shows your interaction with technology, which is super important. But just a word of caution, if you provide it, then whoever is looking at the resume is going to go and check it out. So just be careful about what you post or what's visible on those social media sites. Here's my other kind of overall thought. You have a whole lot of experiences. Like, I don't know that I realized, I knew that you had worked in theater prior to entering education. I don't know that I realized just how many different companies you had been with. But I am a little concerned that we're going back all the way, 18 years ago, 15, 18 years ago, with this Outback Steakhouse. I know that these management skills are important. And even here, when we're talking about, okay, this is about a year we spent at this company, this is just another year. I mean, this is half a year, several months there. I'm wondering if there's a way for you to condense some of these things. Certainly, highlighting all of your skills here with 5 or more bullet points is helpful. in recognizing what you bring as kind of a second career teacher, the life experiences that you would bring into a position is really important. But I'm wondering if we don't have a little bit of repetition there, and there might be a way to condense this down a bit. The only thing I can liken it to is sometimes I'll have elementary ed majors, and they'll share with me their resumes. And so as an elementary undergrad major at USF, you have like 6 practicum experiences prior to student teaching. And so sometimes students will want to put every single practicum experience at every single school on their resume. And the reality is that some of those experiences are more beneficial and more revealing than others. And so I might just encourage you to kind of condense it a little bit. And here's my other word of advice. When it comes to, like, I just look at what you give me along here for all of your theater experience, and then I look at what you give me for your teaching experience. And you say, well, I taught 6th grade sheltered social studies. Certainly, there's more that you're doing in the education realm that ought to be highlighted here. So because I anticipate that you're going to be applying for a teaching type position, right? Or maybe it's a position where you have the opportunity to take on some extracurricular, theater, production, whatever. If that's the case, you really want to highlight not just your theater experience, but what you're doing as a teacher, how you're growing as a teacher, and so forth. But I find these 2 areas, your education and then your teaching experience, are kind of the shortest of anything here. It almost looks to me like this whole area right here was a previous resume, and then you just sort of like, boop, stamped this part onto it. And so I would encourage you to think about committees that you might be a part of, special experiences and trainings that you've been a part of, things that are unique to you as an EL teacher, that you want to highlight in bullet points, similar to the way you did with your theater experience as well. Let's see, what else? There's something else I thought. I would encourage you, I think the way that you formatted this is fine. I would encourage you to keep it uniform. So here you bold USD, but not Vermilion. Here you bold University of Sioux Falls and Sioux Falls. So whatever you decide to do, keep it uniform. I think you're fine with a BFA, but I might encourage you with the MAT to actually put MEd, or Masters of Education, actually write it out, Bachelors of Fine Arts, and Masters of Education in Teaching. And then there again, you might honestly want to give me a bullet point or 2, or just a little description of what that experience entailed. So what you're going to say here is that this was a whole lot of your liberal arts focus. You know, you were reading a lot of English and literature, you were studying history, you were studying and performing and directing theater, maybe you were doing some musical stuff, and that's really where you got your content knowledge. And then you come here to USF and you're really learning the pedagogy. You're learning how to take that content knowledge and deliver it to students in a way that they can understand and work with. So I might encourage you to beef that area up a little bit, beef this area up a little bit, and then think about a way, I know it hurts to cut, but think about a way to sort of condense some of this stuff here. And then of course have your references available, have those ready and on hand, have letters of recommendation updated and ready on hand as well. So anyways, that being said, it's a good resume, Patrick. I wish you the best of luck wherever your endeavors take you. Keep me posted. I'd love to keep in touch with you, whether that means you're still in Sioux Falls, or maybe you change schools there, or maybe you're just sort of putting the feelers out to kind of see what's available. Also, let me know if you have specific questions about the EDS in PK-12 Principal, Leadership and Administration. I'd love to talk with you further about that. And I hope to see you again soon as this Corona chaos subsides a little bit. So take care, Patrick. Have a great week.